Hello everyone, time for another race. Welcome everybody who's joined so far. Today we're at Hockenheim, quite a new track for me. I've not really driven around here too much before. Please let me know if the audio is okay, because usually the audio does its own thing and it sounds really weird when I start the live stream. If the audio is good, then I think we're good to go. Right, qualifying in about 10 minutes. Race briefing probably closer to about 5 from now. Let's get like half a lap of practice, or maybe 1 or 2, if we're lucky. So far, I feel like it's going to be another close week of racing this time. The Jesus doesn't seem to be here again, so I don't know where he's gone. But otherwise, I think we have a pretty close field, at least at the front. I haven't checked the other times. My two weakest corners on the track is this one and the hairpin that we just did before. So my focus is to get those two right as soon as I can. Otherwise, it's a fairly fun circuit. This last sector is actually really difficult. Starting from here, you're almost never 100% on the throttle. You're lucky if you got the car in the right position, you can squeeze 100% for a split second there, then again, and then you're on the brakes. Oh, they gave me a fright. Thank you for the new subscriber. And this last corner is a real pain as well. You have to be so patient on the throttle. Right, thanks. At least the audio's good so far then. No annoying issues. Oh yeah, I'm also terrible at this first corner. If you go too wide, you're going to get a 1x and that will invalidate your qualifying lap. Ah, missed the apex. Ah, come on, that's so frustrating. There's a lot of that on this track. You get in the throttle just a couple percent too much and you're going around. Right, well, we're going to have a driver's briefing. I didn't even get a lap in, but at least I had some practice prior to starting the live stream. So story as usual, 2 heat races and then a feature race.
Alright, cheers. Welcome along to Hockenheim for, what is this, round 4 now of our iRacing series. So for those of you that are new, I'll just quickly run through the schedule and our, what do you call it, the format, that's it. So you guys will be going to quali in a few minutes time. You'll get 3 laps or 8 minutes, whichever comes first. Once quali is done, the odd-numbered positions will be put into Heat 1. In fact, I don't think there's 32 of you, so there may just be one heat tonight. That's
Really?
okay. Which means everyone after Heat 1 will then make it into the feature. The heat will be 12 laps, or 20 minutes, whichever comes first. And the feature, just bear with me, will be 27 laps, or 45 minutes, whichever comes first. And in the feature, if there's a big enough incident, there is a chance of the safety car being deployed. Not
Wow, okay.
not at random, only if there's enough people that have crashed out and been caught up in an incident. So again, just quickly running through incident procedures and blue flags and all that sort of stuff. So if you're involved in an incident and you feel you'd like to report it, just make sure to come over the radio on iRacing, just call out your car number and we'll take a look
What is
into
my
it.
radio on iRacing?
If we can't resolve it at the moment or during the race, if we need to save a replay, we'll look at it after and we'll mention this. And quickly with the blue flags, so if you are the slower car being lapped, just make sure to keep off the racing line at a suitable position on the track and just be predictable. Same goes for the faster car doing the overtaking. If you are the car lapping, just make sure you position your car in a predictable spot as well. If there aren't any questions, I'll leave you guys to it for the next few minutes.
Cool. We're back on track. So, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, so we have less than 32 drivers again tonight. So that means there'll only be one heat race. Which is disappointing. It's sad that the numbers aren't there. The attendance is very low, and we got over 60 people sign up for the series, and there's less than 30 actually racing. So one heat race, that'll be 20 minutes, and then straight into a 45-minute feature race. It's all full on tonight. No breaks. So another 6 minutes, and then we get into qualifying. I need to get that corner right because I was doing it absolutely fine before.
Anyone remember what the next race is?
Oh, come on. The one time I don't get a 1x there and I oversteer. Ugh,
Lagos should be next.
so frustrating. And after the first lap, your tyres aren't going to be good enough for a good time after that. Hey Cameron. I'm doing alright. And yourself? It's been a while since we talked. I think the last time we chatted was probably season 4? I forgot the season that I ran in OOR's GT3s. But yeah, Supercar Hockenheim's fun. I'm not that used to it yet because I haven't done a whole lot of practice, but I feel somewhat comfortable. Comfortable enough. Gonna have to be comfortable enough. Because qualifying starts in a couple minutes. It's a strange car, very weird behaviours. Be seriously gentle on the brakes and the throttle, of course. No assists. And track consists of many different corner types. Like this one's a long sweeping one, you have to be very easy on the throttle, and then you've got tight hairpins where you have to square it up. Get yourself the straightest exit as possible. Okay, let's try not screw up the first corner again. I did it! I actually did it! Nice.
Sorry.
Oh, and then I go wide on the second corner. And I get oversteer on the exit. Great. That's a sacrifice I make to get the first corner right. Every other corner. I'm really not good at that hairpin. Ah, there. That's literally what I said before. I get the first corner right, but I sacrifice every other corner in doing so. I haven't got a single other corner right on this lap. Come on. At least a couple. No, I didn't get another corner right since I got the first one right. Well, got another minute or so and we'll get into quali, and hopefully I'll do better there. Yeah, so the Jesus isn't here again. And we only have... what position is that? 23, 24, 25, 26, 29. So we only got about 27 drivers tonight. I reckon it's going to be quite close between at least the top 4. Sure, Cook will be up there as well in the race. Oh. We have to wait and see. How long do we have? We've got a minute and 10 seconds. I don't think there's much I can do in that much time. Just have to wait. So what are the temps? We're at 32 track temperatures right now, and that'll probably rise to the high 30s, close to the 40s for qualifying and the race. Not ideal, but we're on the same boat. Cars will be acting like boats when the tyres melt. And hopefully I won't spin the tyres up on the start. I haven't got to try that. No, yes I did that last week, so and it did work. So hoping for a nice clean launch. Someone launches himself into the fence. Where is pole on this circuit? Is it on the inside? It better be. However, depends, because you can carry a lot of speed on the outside of this track through the first corner. We have to wait and see again. I'm sure there'll be carnage at some point for the first corner. Looks a lot of smoke in the air right there in the hairpin. Someone's gone off. Okay, qualifying time. Let's get out there and do it. I've done a very terrible job at my qualifying so far this season.
Alrighty, quali's starting up. Good luck.
I usually mess up the first lap, so I hope I can break that streak. Right, let's go. Take it fairly easy on the outlap. Okay. Nope. Not what I'm supposed to do. So what's the plan? Do I do 3 laps in a row? The third lap will be way too slow. Do I do 1 lap? I don't know, I can't really predict it right now. Let's just see how the first lap goes. And then I'll decide what I do for the other 2 laps. No, I'm not happy with that corner. I haven't been getting that one right. Alright, here we go. Not perfect, but it'll do. Hopefully. No! Ah! I got a pinch of oversteer, and that's absolutely hurt my time. Oh no, that's not a good time. That's a horrible time. Oh, that's an awful time. Oh, let's go back out there. It's a good banker, but I'm not sure if that's going to hold up. There's a lot of mistakes in that very last sector. I went wide through the one sweeping corner where Sebastian Vettel went off a couple of years ago, and then I completely messed up the final corner. Wait, how much time do I have? Do I have enough time for another lap? Maybe? Yeah, I will. Right, one more shot. It wasn't as good, that was worse. No, that was also worse. Come on. No! I got an improvement, but I got really wide there on the exit. And oversteer, but it's an improvement. Whew, that's stressful. That's very stressful. I don't think it's gonna... Oh, it is a P1. Is it? Oh, it's just. It's only 300s. That could change still. Maybe. Wow. Gosh. That was spooky. That last corner I knew was going to be a bit of a mess. I was a bit wide. Got a bit of oversteer, but thankfully I was up. I'd done enough right in that last sector to give me extra time. Right, setup time. So that should be enough fuel. Should be, I hope so. Enough fuel for the first race. What do I want to change? I don't think there is anything I want to change. And that's it. That's in the qualifying. So I've just squeezed pole. And I'm on the grid first. So we've got a 20-minute. Oh, actually no. There is only one heat race today.
Okay, so the heat is gridding up. Looks like there will only be one heat for tonight. Good luck.
I am nervous. Definitely nervous right now. I think it's my first pole of the season. Finally. 12 laps, 20 minutes. Thanks, meatbag. How much fuel did I use? Oh, it doesn't say. Hold on. I think I've got my fuel right. I just want to double check.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, I should have enough fuel. Cool. Alright, gotta hope I don't get wheel spin now. Oh, I am on the outside, so that could potentially be helpful. I think it's the best idea if I can stay in front, is to stay in the middle of the track. So handbrake, okay, I'm all good to go. At least I think I am. Oh, here we go. Nice, and looks like second place got wheel spin, so I should be good for the first corner. I was overly cautious into the first corner. Yeah, that was a bit overcautious into the first corner. I carried a little bit too little speed. Oh boy. He's gone deep. Look, luckily I saw that. He could have gone straight into me. If you're here last time we raced, it was at Spa. It was all looking good for the feature race. I managed to win the heat race, but for the feature race, it was all looking good. I was right up behind second until the pit stops came. And the way things really worked out is that I fueled up for the amount of race laps there were, but the time cap on the race was shorter than the amount of laps there were in the race. So I fueled up way too much in the pit stop, so I lost so much time. And I ended up being miles behind after my pit stop. So hopefully I have a better pit stop today. No safety cars so far, so I'm actually quite surprised. So Bull is still there in third, and Vaughn obviously still in second. He did go deep into that hairpin, but he hasn't lost any positions. Now they haven't dropped off though, they're still hanging on. Ooh, that felt a bit dodgy. And since the last race, there's also been a new iRacing update, so now the track limits are actually a lot more forgiving. You can run wider on exits without getting 1Xs. Which is very helpful for tracks like Spa, where previously the track limits were shocking. So easy to get off tracks without really even going off track. They're still quite close. They haven't really lost that much time behind me just yet, so I know they will possibly start battling, and that will slow them down a bit. I just have to be as sensible as I can. And even just one safety car could completely mix us up as well. The Bull hasn't caught Vaughn just yet. Vaughn hasn't lost any time onto me. He's actually gained 1/10 on me since the last time I checked it in the previous lap. Ooh, a bit wide there. That could have been spooky if I got onto the grass. You can run really wide on the exit of that turn and not pick up a 1x. What's my fuel usage like so far? Oh, it's awesome. Nice, I should be good. Oh, Dole's dropping back. He must have had a bit of a mistake. In third place. Fourth place, sorry. Spooky. That seems to be a very common theme on this track. Oh, someone's facing the wall. Oh, that's going to be a 1x. Yeah. So there's a limit of 17x. If you reach 17, you'll get a penalty, probably a drive-through. There's 12 laps in this race, so we're halfway through. So it's actually going by pretty quickly. They're still not dropping off that much, just a little bit at the moment. That was a 1x as well. Not too bad. Okay, that's another 1x. I need to keep a little bit closer to the inside of the track next time around. And rear's definitely a little bit more lively coming out of that third turn now than it was before. Tyre's starting to get a little bit worn. Now starting to pull a bit of a gap. Oh, that's too much inside. No 1x, but it was just a terrible line. Gap is 3 seconds a second now. There we go. Inside the track limits that time. Right, got plenty of fuel, so we'll be good to the end. So I'm happy with the pace at the moment. Quite comfortable. Now when it comes to the feature race, I mean I have a 3-second gap now. But all it takes is, even if I make a 3-second gap in the first half of the race in the feature, all I have to do is lose 3 seconds in the pit stop and then it'll be game on all over again. So I really need to get that pit stop right. Almost at a point where I'm not going to be able to go flat through that third turn anymore. Getting a bit slippery. We're lap 9, so just a few to go. I saw there was an official iRacing Grand Prix happening at Hockenheim, I think it's this or next month, with their new fictional F1 car. Might be fun to do, but I'll see. Bull is quite close behind Vaughan and between second and third now, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top there. They're about 5 seconds behind me now, so I should, as long as I don't mess up, should be okay. No issues there. Right, just a couple more to go. Oh, these two have gone off. One more lap. Keep it together. I see Bull's dropped it off a couple seconds to Vaughan, so they must have battled and something must have happened. Followed him a bit deep there. Cool, alright, I don't think we've got, no, we don't have any more traffic until the line, so gotta be sensible now. Nearly there. Oh, that's cool. Alright, that's a good result. Let's see what happens. Looks like Vaughan's going to take a second. And Bull's going to take a third. And Dole will be in fourth. So Dole must have made a mistake early in the race because he dropped back quite a lot. It looks like we're going to have Ryan Nichols fifth, David Thornton sixth, and Cook in seventh. He's a little bit further down than I thought he might be today. But we're still going to race. We've still got another 45-minute race to come. Make the sound of the car louder. I can do that. I think I can. Is that good? Or was that too loud? Oh. Yeah, so I've turned it up a little bit. Just let me know if that's okay. Okay. Gonna pop it in the pits. Thank you, Dad. Right, what were the fastest laps? Am I able to see that? So I did a 40.7. Vaughan, what did he do? He did a... That's not the race. 40.6. He actually did a faster lap than me in the race. However, I was trying to be really, really cautious in those first few laps. So I didn't throw it away. Hey dumb jizzer. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Bill also, is that 6? He also did a faster time than me, so I didn't do the fastest time by over a 10th. Can't type.
Alright, so you guys will have a 5-minute break before the feature starts. Just use it to get up and stretch, take a drink, and then we'll get going for the feature race. And the lap 1 incidents off the grid will be looked at after the event.
Cool. There's a warm-up session and then a long race. So let me pop the high fuel setup on. And I believe that is all good to go. Hello, how's the wheel button still messing up? Actually, I haven't had a problem with the buttons on the wheel for the last week, or the last 2 weeks. I haven't really noticed anything, so it's fine for now. I hope I haven't jinxed that. But yeah, it seems okay. Just blew around all the open spots in the wheel, trying to clean it up. Didn't go overboard with the cleaning, and it just seemed to help. So as long as it stays the way it is, then I'm happy.
And race control? I've got a question. When it comes to the drive-through pit lane on the last lap, do I still have to do that, or do I just cross the finish line?
That's an interesting one. I think just cross the line, because I don't believe you'll be able to traverse the whole pit lane once you've crossed the line. I think it gives a time penalty post-race.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I've got the fuel. I do have the fuel. I don't think I can set up my pit stop in the warm-up session. Oh no, I don't want to. Get me out of here. I need to take a fast repair if I have damage. Don't worry about the tear off. Okay, cool. So it seems like my starting strategy seems to be working quite nicely. No wheel spin. Nice clean pullaways. So because of that result in that race, that means I should be starting in pole again. .27 lap race, so that should be very close to 45 minutes. So I'm gonna, if there's a safety car, it'll probably be closer to 25, 26
yeah, whichever comes
laps.
first. So if there's no safety car, then it should go to 27 laps. Have I considered streaming on Twitch? Not really. I don't know, I quite enjoy just doing it on YouTube. Not too familiar with how Twitch works. I've heard some people switch on YouTube and Twitch, but I'm not sure if that's actually legal. So I'm probably not going to do that, but
Switching to Twitch? Probably not. Unless I find a good reason to. But as of right now, I'm quite happy doing it on YouTube. Because, I mean, I haven't made many videos on this channel in a long time, but the YouTube channel is where I've got all my content. So I'd have to rebuild it if I go to Twitch. Oh, okay, that was the end of the warm-up. Now let's erase the game. Oh, yeah, a minute, I better get on the grid. Yep, got the fuel.
Okay, feature race is gridding up. Good luck. Make sure you have
Good
the
stop.
right amount of fuel that you want.
So starting with 77.7, adding 23 litres in the pit stop is my current goal. Yes, taking tyres in the pit stop. I think I'm good. You can stream on everything at once. So it's legal? Because I don't want to get into any sort of trouble.
I think safety car has to be a minimum of 2 laps. So the lap it comes out and
Thank
then
you.
the in lap, which is unfortunate for a road course and how slow it goes, but that's just what we have to work with.
Hopefully, again, no wheel spin. Probably carried a little bit more speed through the first turn this time. I was a bit too cautious the last time. Any second now. This is taking longer than I thought. I thought it was only a minute that we had to get on the grid. Oh, just don't want to start in a second. Yeah, no wheel spin. Nice. So the two behind me went side by side, so that helps me a lot already. Right, let me catch up. So it's not legal. Well, that's good news. Not sure about NZ laws. I'd have to double check, but I'll take your word. It's illegal once you have a proper following on a streaming service. I see. What is a proper following? What is that considered?
Car 13.
Copy 13. Copy 793.
So I'm not actually sure of what the other guys' strategies are in this race, but I'm starting with max fuel. You can afford to start with less fuel, but you'll have to add more fuel on the pit stop. So the others could potentially be running less fuel behind me, which will make them a tiny bit faster on this track. We'll see. And it'll show the most on the straights, I guess. Yeah, they do take a lot of curb. However, if you get the angle wrong, it's not so healthy. Okay, I'm taking the hairpin a bit too slowly. Only if you make an agreement to stream exclusively. Right, okay. I'll look more into that a little bit later. But if it's a thing, then why not? I may as well do it, I guess. Yeah, these guys are definitely holding on this time around. Yeah, any car in ACC, if you hit a curb, you'll get sent to the other side of the country. Oh, that's too much curb for this car. Lost time there. No safety car, so interesting. I don't feel like I've got the fastest lap yet, or out of the whole grid. I think the guys behind me may have gone quicker so far. There's a 1X. No safety car, but there's a back marker, so some unfortunate person's had a rough start. Ah, doing it again, come on. No more of that curb. It's not a friendly curb. Ooh, it's a bit of an awful line. I lost a lot of time just then. I missed a few comments. There would be me in supercars just trying to survive. It is hard to survive in these things. Is there a reason why I'm lifting, coasting before braking? Yes, I'm just faster that way. I'm not faster by just hammering it into the braking zones. On iRacing, I just seem to be doing quicker lap times when I follow the fuel saving method. So I lift early and I brake later than I usually would if I just went full throttle to the corner. I just seem to be faster that way. Oh, not if I go wide. Oh, the two behind had a bit of a collision. I believe that's allowed one. Oh no, they're still battling it out, all three of them behind me. That's going to help me here. One key thing about iRacing is that, unlike most sims, you can afford to get a little sideways and you won't lose time. Like, you can use the throttle to rotate you out of corners. But on iRacing, however, there is no tolerance for sliding. If you get a little bit of a loose rear end, you're going to lose time no matter what. So it's all about being smooth in iRacing. So that's probably why the lift to coast strategy works, because you're smooth on the brakes instead of punching them hard like you normally would to go fast. What else did I miss? You don't need to. You don't get points for the time until yeah. And plus, you also you save fuel by lifting as well, so that's an added bonus. So that helps me to go faster and to save fuel. So I won't have to add as much fuel in the pit stop, which is actually really vital in this race. So the more fuel you add, the more time you lose. Oh, I've done it again. Stop hitting that curb. Bad Brandon. Hey Philippa. How you doing? What's happening?
Incident between car 9 and car 13 will be reviewed after the race.
I said I took full fuel. Yeah, I started with the max fuel I can take, and I'll take as little as I can at the start of the race. I took as much fuel as I could at the start, and I'm going to refuel as little as I can at the pit stop. In these cars, the amount of time you lose with a full fuel load is not huge. Sometimes, on some tracks, you're actually faster on a full fuel load than light fuel, just because of the car being more stuck to the ground because of the weight, I guess. Getting a lot of practice. Lots of practice for... You got... Well, which races are coming up? I'm a bit out of the loop. Yeah, that's the problem. You do one thing, and then you'll keep doing it until you force yourself not to do it. I'm going to try not to do it now. That's better. That's much better. Now, my gap isn't that big still to the guys behind, so I will like to try build that, in case I screw up the pit stop somehow. I'm going to try pit as close to the center of the race as I can, whether that be
Lap 1 incident involving car 793
around lap 13 or 22 minutes or so. That curb you can eat quite a lot. You got Paul Ricard, Watkins 6 hour. Hold on. Watkins 6 hour. Are you doing the iRacing Watkins? That's the only Watkins 6 hour I can think of at the moment. Yeah, the gap has gone. In the last lap it was 1.9 seconds, it's back to 1.4. Not the curb. Alright, that's cool. Oh, good luck, Philippa. You're into the iRacing Enduros already. Cool. I'll be keen to hear how that goes. What car are you driving? Ooh, that was sketchy. That was on the edge. I do want to check my fuel usage. What is that like at the moment? Ooh. It's on the edge. It's within my target, but just. Oh, you're in the RSR. Well, I think it'll be fun. The LMP2s are scary to try and get out the way from because they just send it no matter what. The GT3s, they're not too bad to get past. Yeah, good luck for it. Two-second gap. Cool. I want about a 3-second gap. That's my goal. Because I feel like I'm going to lose 3 seconds at the pit stop, so... Oh, what lap are we on? We're lap 9, so not quite halfway yet. Sometimes you can get in a split with one class, that is true. If you have a really low I rating, you'll probably get... Well, it depends on what you choose. Because I think the most popular class is the GTEs. So generally, the really low splits are just flooded with GTEs and nothing else. Why didn't I join AOR? AOR. I mean, I've heard of that. No, I've heard of that. What is that? Can you explain again? I think that's actually been talked about on this channel before. Where is AOR based? You're already at 2.3k. Philippa, you almost have more I rating than I do. I think I'm only at 2.7. And I've had this for quite a while. Yeah, you'll be fine at 2.3 for multi-class. I think it's the mid 1Ks and below that where it's just GTE only. It depends on what your team's average iRating is. That's what split you'll be put into.
I think I'm...
Next time we get into the straight, I want to see how much time there is left in the race instead of how many laps. Because it's whichever one comes first, 45 minutes or 27 laps. Nearly 3-second gap, come on. You can do this. These haven't been fantastic laps that I'm driving, I guess. Could do a little better. Yeah, like that, that's a bit wide, and it hurts my line for this corner. Right, get into the straight. 25 minutes, what's half of 45? That's like 22.5? Okay, so we're not halfway. Thank you, sir. So how long do I leave it? One more lap or two? Because it's almost halfway. I think the lap after the next one I'm going to pit. It was a better lap than the last one. That's a 1x, that's not too bad. I've only done 2x so far, should be fine. Oh, we're still not halfway. I'm starting to think we might finish the amount of laps before the timer runs out, so I should go off the laps. Yeah, I'm gonna put on the next lap. Oh, is that curb again? Oh, the gap's over 3 seconds. I'm quite happy with that. I think Dole's gone to the pits early to try and undercut the two that are behind me. Will it be a mistake to not pit on this lap? We'll soon find out. Okay, I'm gonna put on this next lap. Okay, what are we looking like? That's all good to go. Am I on my fuel target? Yeah, I think I'm good for fuel. Right, I'm gonna put on this lap then. And hopefully not screw up the pit stop. Okay, definitely built a gap, so that's nice to see. However, that may allow Nicholas Dole, who was right behind both of them, he may have undercut both of them now. So that could be more of a threat to me. Right, pit time. Okay. Yep, fuel. And tires. Hopefully I haven't done something stupidly wrong. Wasn't the best stop, but let's see. I'm still in front of Dole by quite a long way. Ooh, it was dodgy. Got 11 seconds on Dole, so that's a good sign. I've got 25 seconds behind the front two, so I'm sure I'll overtake them. Still better than ACC pit stops, yes. Yes, I will agree. Okay, now I need to adjust to actually having more grip, not drive like I've got stones for tyres. Yeah, I've got plenty of fuel. I've overtaken Vaughan, he's gone in the pits, but Bull is still out there. That's not going to be good for his track position. I mean, he was behind Vaughan. Vaughan is now 9 seconds behind, so I have gained. That fuel saving that I've been doing, I think, has definitely helped me there gain some time. I think I worked it out to be a 0.4 second loss per litre that you add. Something like that. So it's quite a lot. The leader's pitting now, so I should come out in front. This will be a little bit of, if I can hold it together, this will be a bit of redemption from the last race, because I absolutely destroyed the pit stop. Completely. Got it all wrong last time. Who's this? That is a lapped car. I'm still driving this thing like the tyres are old and going really cautiously into some corners. So Vaughan is still in second, and Bull is now about 3 seconds behind him, and Dole is about 1 second behind him. 1 second behind Bull. So I've got a nice, quite a comfortable lead now. So 10 laps to go. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Well, now I just have to pray that I don't have significant damage.
On lap 15, please, and see why I've got a black flag.
Yep, copy.
I just saw him coming straight across the off-road. Looked like he was going to come straight across the track, so I went for the side that was going to be open, but he held that line. Was that my fault? What do you guys think? Oh. The gap's come down by about 2 seconds. I'm still alright for the moment. I don't know how much damage I have. Hopefully I haven't killed the radiator, because I think that's a thing, and you can get a blown engine if you go for too long like that. Yeah, I'd really like to see the replay. I don't know if that was my fault or not. In my mind, I just saw the car shooting across the off-track section.
The black flag was unrelated to that incident in the stadium section. It was, I believe it's been given out for crossing the incident limit, so you'll still have to serve that, but the incident in the stadium section will be looked at after the race.
Roger.
If the damage is significant, then I'm really going to have to get onto it. It feels okay. Oh gosh, no it doesn't. that was one of the biggest jinx of the race. Uh-oh, where's my iRacing going? I can't see. I can't see. My iRacing's gone. Oh, that was weird. My whole iRacing just disappeared off my screen. Uh-oh, now the race is on. Panic mode. When I corrected that oversteer, I think my mouse shot over to another window. And then put me out of iRacing. Oh, panic mode. I'm glad I got it back. I couldn't see what I was doing for a moment. At least it was on the straight. Well, I've lost almost 10 seconds in the last couple of laps. The gap's only 3 seconds now. I'm very lucky to have saved that slide. You don't often correct those kind of slides in iRacing. Yeah, it was just very sudden. I didn't expect the rear to suddenly kick out. I didn't really hit the throttle that hard. Or did I? Maybe I did. Time to focus. Well, no, it didn't change to another window. It just minimized iRacing. And when I clicked on iRacing, it didn't come back after I clicked it about 3 times and eventually came back. So I was really panicking there. I thought it was all over. So, what I've learned is probably move the mouse off the driving platform, the wheelbase platform there, because don't want that happening again in the future. That's easy enough to do. I don't think I'm going to touch it now. I don't want to mess up anything else. As long as I don't get any mega oversteer again and have to correct it, I should be okay. Gap's under 3 seconds now. You know what? I actually think we're going to have a close race towards the end here. There's still 7 laps, and I am losing time. Exciting stuff though. Completely unexpected all of that to happen. Didn't expect, I should say. I'm just unaware if I have that much damage. It feels fine, which is a good thing. I could be losing time in the straight, which is often the case when you get damage on iRacing. For the most part, it actually feels really good. Right, get back up to 3 seconds. Keep it that way, please. It's a 1x, that'll be fine. Okay, so gap to third, gap to second, 3 seconds. Gap from me to third is 5 seconds, and gap from me to fourth is 9 seconds. ABC. I don't think too good would be the right words to use for the season so far. Mostly it's been quite a close season, which has been quite cool, quite enjoyable. It nearly turned to disaster a few laps ago. I think you might have just missed that. Right, so I'm pretty much maintaining this gap second now, so I'm happy to be able to do that. That's all I need. How many laps? We've got another 4 laps, 3 laps to go. Nearly there. Oh, how'd the race go? Did it go alright this time?
Copy 11.
Okay, managing to actually build the gap now, that's cool. Three laps to go.
Sorry, 13. Was that a report? Ah, all good.
As long as we don't have another one of those moments like we had a few laps ago with the back marker, I'll be happy. Is it just me, or did that car have the same livery as me? I'm almost sure I saw the Unleashed Drivers logo on that car. Yeah, just gotta be careful. Can't see my livery. The one on the thumbnail. We'll look at the livery after I finish. You'll be able to see it. If he is running my livery, I don't know how he's done that. I don't know why he's done that. I'm probably just dreaming. Is this the last lap now? I think we are. Going on to the final lap. Oh, the gap's come down again. Under 3 seconds. Being extra careful. I mean, that's all I need to do. I should be fine if I be careful for one more lap, even with a 2.6 second gap to second. Should be fine.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, good, yeah.
Alright, I'm all good. Just got to get to the end of the lap. He's almost got the gap. Oh, no, never mind. It's back up to 3 seconds. Just a few more corners. One more, come on. Hey, 3 litres left in the car, got that pretty much perfect. Oh, that feels a lot better than the last race, where I completely got everything to do with pit stop wrong. Mainly because I didn't realise that the race was going to expire on time instead of laps. Are we up? Hello? It shows that we're connected. I know most of you have probably left by now. But it seems like only a couple seconds after we crossed the line, we lost internet. So that was rather lucky. I hope the result registered into the system. But yeah, the internet went out. So we're back, and I think the race is over. I just hope the result registered. Otherwise, okay. So I just wanted to come back to clear that up, and also have a look at the results. Hopefully they are around. I'll have a quick look. See if they are here. Nope, not in there. How about on here? Right, so let's play this in slow motion while we look for the results. So anyway, that was a rather successful event. I managed to win the heat race and also the feature race, and just scoring pole position as well. However, the things I didn't manage today is the fastest laps. I don't think I managed to get those in either race. Actually, I was being quite cautious. I didn't want to mess up. Right. Results. Let's see if I can find them. Yeah, the timing for losing the internet, that couldn't have been better. That was, I mean, it would be nice not to happen at all, but the fact that it happened right after the finish line, it's rather spooky. Okay, do I have the results? No results. You know what? I feel like since that happened, I'm not going to receive the results on my side. I don't think they've registered. So I'm hoping my position registered on the server side. I'm going to have to look and talk to the hosts, see what they think. But yeah, the results haven't updated on my side, and they probably should have by now. But what I can see is the unofficial results on the inside the game. I would have lost connection while some of the guys were still driving out there, but I'm sure these positions wouldn't have changed much since I lost the internet. I managed to win. 3.4 seconds behind was Tim Vaughan, and he did a great job. He didn't make any mistakes in that second race. At least I don't think he did. The main excitement of that race is when what happened? Forgot how it all started. Something happened. I think I jinxed myself by saying the race was going smoothly, and then I got sideways, didn't caught it. Then after catching it, then my iRacing disappeared off the screen, and I tried to get it back after about 3 or 4 attempts. It finally came back. Luckily that was on the straight, so I didn't go into a wall. So that was a bit frightening, but managed to get going again, and by the time I got going, Tim Vaughan was only about 3 or 4 seconds behind me. Managed to maintain the gap. Oh, that's right. Before all that, we had a moment with a back marker. We could actually probably find that. I did have damage there, as you can see. The splitter is a bit messed up, and the right hand side of the car is also a bit scratched. Let me try find that. There we go. It will be on this lap. So what actually happened on that lap? Right, was that my fault? Or was that not? This is my point of view. It's this car up in front here. He goes way off the track. Now, okay, so what in my mind, I saw him, he was coming straight back to the track. So in my head, at least, I was thinking he's going to just cut straight across. So I was wanting to go around the left of him. However, as he gets back to the track, he stops cutting across right in front of me. So let me look at that in real time again. Watch that again. I don't know. Because to be honest, there is still the racing line. Because naturally, when you follow through this fast right-hander here, you end up on the left side of the track. You can see the darker patch of the track. This is where you naturally end up. So it is on the racing line that he's coming back in front of me. And not only has he got back in front of me, you can see his brake lights are on. So he could have waited out there, I think. Or is that my fault? What do you think? Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe that was my fault. Now, I probably could have gone to the right here, but in my mind, I'm seeing him shooting to the right, so I don't want to go to the right because I'm thinking he's going to go there. But then he suddenly stops going to the right. And that's the other thing, if I'd suddenly swung the wheel to the right, I would have probably lost the rear and it would have spun into the wall. So I mean, I did attempt to go to the left still, but that's probably the best case scenario, is that I only got damage on the right hand side. I didn't get full front end of damage, and if I did hit him square on into the rear, I could have got radiator damage and then engine could have blown. So at least that didn't happen. I think he did get sent into the wall. Let's have a look. Wrong way. Wrong camera. Let's look at the chopper. Oh yeah, Benny's going to the wall. I'm sorry, but I'm also not. If it's his fault, then he kind of asked for it. But he did actually apologize. So I think he knows that he possibly shouldn't have done that. I'm not going to get mad. I didn't call out on the radio to the stewards to take a look at it. I mean, I didn't largely get affected, and clearly he did, unfortunately. But unfortunately, that's the way things go sometimes, and I can be thankful I got the good side of it. I managed to keep going. The damage would have hurt me. It would have cost me some time per lap. But yeah, there's no biggie there overall. And then something else happened. I think it might have been the following laps. I got a bit sideways, and like I said, my screen minimized, and I couldn't see where I was going. That was right here. So at about this point, I had said, this race is going rather smoothly other than that contact. And then this happened. I think, you know what actually caused that? There's like a little red curb on the outside of the track. I think when I was up in the air, when I hit that curb, it lifted the tyres off the ground and then they started spinning. You can hear it. Or was it? Let me look at the throttle trace. Oh, I did stab the throttle. I think it's a combination of getting on the throttle really hard while being on that curb. And the car's just going to get sideways. I didn't spin though, it just turned into a nice little, totally planned drift. Got away with that. Now that wasn't actually the main issue, I only lost about a second or two from the slide. The problem here was that when I think I had a rather violent correction of the steering wheel that knocked the mouse that sits on the same platform as the wheelbase. And either I punched the click button, which minimized iRacing, or it shot across the platform and knocked against something and minimized iRacing. So for the majority of the straight, I was driving half on the track, half on the grass. I couldn't see where I was going because I was trying to bring iRacing back up on my screen. Eventually got it, and I'm on my way again, and I managed to... After this, everything went rather smoothly, and I managed to maintain the gap to second. So that's the main excitement of the second race. The first race, nothing too major happened, although Vaughan broke himself into the hairpin, went past me, and went too deep. I managed to get it back, and it stayed the same for the rest of the race. Otherwise, it wasn't too exciting this week. I wasn't expecting to have so much pace. I mean, I had consistency overall. I think that's how I was pulling away from the guys behind, because I did not get the fastest laps in either of those races. I'm almost sure I didn't get the fastest lap in the feature as well. I can check that. What was my fastest feature race? 40.662. Tim Vaughan, I'm almost sure he's going to have been faster. No, he didn't. He did 41.0. What about Bull? 41.0. What about Dole? 40.8. So, okay, maybe I did get the fastest lap in the second race. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, well, okay. It's another achievement. Quite glad for that. But I definitely didn't get the fastest race in the first race. Fastest lap in the first race. Bill and Vaughan were faster than me. Otherwise, I think this is probably a good place to end the stream. And we'll catch up again in 2 weeks. That will be at Interlagos, I think the next track is. That one's going to be challenging in these cars with the long sweeping corners almost every turn. There's only 2 hairpins in the middle of the track. That's going to be quite tricky actually. But we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you all for joining. I enjoyed chatting as always. Dumjizza, Joshua Random Sky, Philippa, Paul. Thanks Paul. BC. Meatbag, everyone who's been chatting. Frederick. Good to see you all. Catch you all again in 2 weeks if you'll be here, and otherwise take care and have some good racing. If you got any races coming up anytime soon, catch you again soon. Thanks. Bye for now.